Have you ever worked your tail off for a week, eating right, hitting the gym, only to step on the scale and see that number hasn't moved an inch? Yeah, it's the worst. If that sounds familiar, you're going to want to stick around. We're about to change how you see success for good.
It really all comes down to this one question. Are you actually measuring the things that matter? Because honestly, the answer is often the difference between giving up in frustration and actually celebrating the huge wins you're making.
And here's why that question is so important. It's because that tool we've all been taught to trust, the bathroom scale, isn't just giving you an incomplete picture. A lot of the time, it's straight up lying to you.
Okay, so let's dive right into this. Section 1, the scale's deception. We're going to break down exactly why your number one tool might actually be your number one enemy.
So here's the problem in a nutshell. When you step on the scale, it's measuring your total body mass. That's everything. Your muscle, your fat, how much water you're holding, your bones, your organs, the whole shebang. But what do you actually care about? You want to know if you're losing fat and gaining muscle. That's body composition, and that's the real story of your progress.
This quote from Very Well Fit just nails it. The scale will lie to you all the time. Did you have a salty dinner last night? Well, you're probably holding a little extra water today, so the scale's going to tick up. Are you a bit dehydrated? The number goes down. But guess what? Neither of those things has anything to do with your actual progress.
And this right here is probably the most important thing to get your head around. Muscle is way denser than fat. A pound of muscle is like a small, compact rock, while a pound of fat is like a big, fluffy pillow. So you could be dropping inches and getting leaner because you're building muscle, but the scale might not change at all. That's not a failure, my friend. That's a massive win.
Okay, so if we're breaking up at the scale, what do we use instead? Let's move on and build a brand new progress dashboard, one that actually tells you what's going on.
Everybody, say hello to your new best friend, a simple tape measure. Seriously, if you track these 5 key spots, chest, arms, waist, hips, and thighs, every 2 to 4 weeks, you will see exactly how your body shape is changing. This is so much more valuable than one random number.
And hey, progress isn't just about what you can measure, it's about what you can see and feel, right? Take progress photos. Notice how your clothes are fitting. Is that favorite pair of jeans a little looser? And don't forget the big stuff, like better blood pressure readings or just having more energy every day. That's the good stuff. That is real progress.
All right, let's pivot a little. We've talked about how you look and feel, but what about what you can do? Sometimes the clearest signs of progress happen right there in the gym. This is where your performance tells the tale.
This chart might look a little technical, but the idea is super simple. Are you lifting heavier weight than you used to? Or can you lift the same weight for more reps? If the answer is yes, then you are getting stronger. Period. Like if you could only do 8 reps with a certain weight last month, that's about 80% of your max. If you can do 10 reps this month, well, that percentage went up. You've made measurable progress.
Now things get even cooler with a method called velocity-based training. The core idea is just plain physics. The heavier a weight is, the slower you're going to move it. By tracking the speed of your reps, you can get a super accurate, real-time picture of how strong and how fatigued you are on any given day. It's a whole new level of training precision.
So, we've talked about some old school methods and some new school ones. Now let's jump into the future and see how technology is giving us an even clearer picture of what's happening inside our bodies.
One of these amazing technologies is called bioelectrical impedance, or BIA. It sounds really complicated, but the concept is brilliant. It sends a tiny, completely safe electrical signal through your body. Now, your muscle and water are like a superhighway for electricity. The signal zips right through. But fat is like a traffic jam. It slows the signal way down. By measuring that resistance, it can figure out your body composition.
So what does that mean for you? It means instead of that one lonely, misleading number from the scale, a device like a smart scale gives you a whole dashboard of data. You can see your body fat percentage, your lean muscle mass, even your metabolism over time. You get the complete story, not just a single confusing headline.
Okay, so now you've got all this amazing data. Measurements, reps, weights, maybe even BIA stats. How in the world do you keep track of it all? Well, that brings us to the great debate. Digital app or good old-fashioned paper?
You know, there's really no wrong answer here. It's all about what works for you. Apps are awesome. They do the math for you, they make cool graphs, but we've all been there, right? You pull out your phone to log a set, and 10 minutes later, you're deep into a cat video vortex. A paper log is pure focus. It's simple, it's satisfying. The best tool is just the one you'll actually use consistently. I love this comment from a Reddit user, because it really gets to the heart of it. After a while, you realize you don't need all the fancy bells and whistles. You just want something that makes it easy to write down what you did and easy to see it later. It's all about making it simple to stay consistent.
Look, at the end of the day, tracking your progress isn't about judging yourself. It's about giving yourself good information. It's about telling a more accurate, more complete, and honestly, a more motivating story about your journey. You have the tools now to see way beyond that number on the scale. So the only question is, what story will your progress tell?